still hot on his heels. It's like Braden Kearns caught in the middle 3 wide a little bit further back. And there is trouble for one of the hometown kids, Zach Rahanowitz in the 31. Looks like he was tangled up with the 33 of Cal Curley.
Wow, that track is looking so phenomenal early. Like I said, it's early out here, Shane, but anytime you keep all that moisture over the night into the track, you're gonna see a great surface, and we're gonna take another look at this one.
Yeah, here's what happened to Rahanowitz. Oh, there was a big pile up in front of him, and that's why he was next to the K-rail. That was Daryl Sundin in the 77 that went up and over. No harm, no foul. He was bad. He only lost 2 spots in his rollover. It's not a bad way to start your race.
No, not bad at all. Look at this battle we got going on. Climbing the Cooper Tire Hill.
The defending champ, Jacob Blemke, trying to steal that spot away from Hill, but lost a lot of speed. A little bit of a mistake there out of Blemke. Blemke's charging hard, though. He closed the gap right away on Eric Hill.
Yeah, Eric Hill now funneling himself into that inside line, and it's really, really tough to stay down on that bottom as the day goes on, Shane.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of dry slicks. A blue groove developed toward the end of the day yesterday in round 9. Here's Blemke setting up a little bit outside. Yeah, Hill's just playing this smart right now. He's just trying to hug the bottom in every turn. Whoa, and we had a tire. Did you see that tire fly across the racetrack?
Oh, was that Hills? No, I don't know where that tire came from.
That came from up by the start line, Brent. It flew across the infield and onto another section of the racetrack. That was dicey. There's a look at that tire.
Well, look at the battle we got going on for the lead. There's that tire in the infield, like Shane said. It come all the way across the track, but they're side by side in the back. Hill's got the preferred line.
Yeah, Blemke, I think he's going to have to fall back in line, but look at him trying to deep brake cemetery turn.
I don't know. I think there's a local caution. Something's going on.
Yeah, we're going to have a red flag out for a car that is rolled over, and there you get a good look at it. That's Curley again, so Cal Curley went for another ride there. See quite a bit of damage on that car.
Yeah, I don't think they can tow it with the regular tow trucks, so they're going to have to lift that car off the track.
And of course, he's right in the middle of the race line there. So tough break for Curley. More trouble, that's a 22 of Carter Nordrum. Tough break for him. At his best finish so far in Sportsman side-by-side back in Lena. Finished up in the top 5.
Boy, Blemke, he's probably upset. He had that good run going on the outside. I thought Hill, I was ready to take the words out of your mouth. I thought he was going to brake check that corner and get a better square to it, and evidently we had a red flag, so we'll stop it.
Blemke was in the process of finding something there with that outside run that he had. See if he goes back to it once we get this one restarted.
Boy, these cars are tough, Shane. They really can last. There's the steering wheel he had set on the top of his car. Can't thank our safety crew enough here at AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. They put their lives in danger for the safety of all of our drivers, as you can see, trying to clean up a couple different cars and go back green flag racing.
Yeah, just a couple different incidents around the racetrack. Basically, the whole safety team all being dispatched to different sites right now. That's why we've come to a red flag.
Well, yesterday in round 9, that was one heck of a race as well, and 2 local favorites. They finished up on the podium. Benjamin Heiding, Bryce Carlson. I mean, Trent Peets. It was tough to stop Trent Peets coming out of Lena, showing that he belongs up front. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, Pete's kind of clawing his way into the points chase. Coming into today, Lucas Houle leads the points over Pete's by just 5 points. And like we said, every position at this point in the season matters. So, you know, the difference between 6th and 5th in a race today could mean the difference between you winning or losing a championship. Well, we'll be back right after this for the conclusion of Sportsman Side-by-Side. Plenty more yet to come here at AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by the U.S. Air Force. Stay with us.
AMSOIL runs on freedom. and has since 1972. We changed the industry by formulating the first API-qualified 100% synthetic motor oil. The rest of the market has been trying to follow our lead ever since. But a head start is a head start. We punish our products firsthand in our world-class laboratories and beyond. Because some things can't be learned from a test tube. Run with us.
Your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like a corkscrew fish scaler. And that means your tires should be multi-purpose too. Like these Cooper rugged Treks. They're tough, but also run smooth as butter. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Don't take that idea, by the way. I'm gonna patent it. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, I got that right turn. We're good. Let's meet up at the compound, group up. At 10-4. Yeah, for sure, dog. Good, little driver, straight on through.
Bragging rights and trophies.
Rocks, sand, heat. Life off-road is tough. We wouldn't have it any other way. If AMSOIL products are designed for this kind of punishment, think about what they can do for your daily driver. Upgrade to AMSOIL protection today and get fast free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Are you ready? Because I am.
Welcome back to Bark River International Off-Road Raceway. We just witnessed one heck of a crash for Zach Rahanowitz in that 31, the local boy. And man, Shane, he took one heck of a tumble.
Yeah, he actually rolled about 7 or 8 times, and it was a wild spill that he took. So that was the cause of the red flag. He got out, had some help getting out, but certainly we hope Zach is all right. But now we'll get back to it here. Eric Hill is going to be the leader on this restart. You'll have Blemke and Steinbrecher, who was really charging hard right before that red flag, hot on his heels on this restart.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this restart because Blemke really showed a lot of speed, like you said, but Eric Hill, he's been fast as well, and I thought he was going to square up the turn before we went back to break there. I thought he was going to go into cemetery and try to get a different apex, but just terrible what we had to have bad crashes. But these cars are ready to rock and roll. You see Berger there.
Yeah, going back to the
quick.
Original starting order on this restart. So officially a full restart taking place here in Sportsman side by side. Yeah, I think Blemke, like we were talking about in cemetery turn right before everything slowed down there, Blemke found something with that really deep entry into the cemetery turn.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, and it was early in the race, so you got to try it early. You don't want to eat the roost here at Bark River. It might look like it's in prime shape, but you can ask any race car driver here this weekend. The roost is for real. We're going back, green flag racing. Hill, Blemke, there they go.
Once again, Eric Hill with a really nice jump on the start. Once again, he will lead the field down through turn 1 here in Sportsman side by side.
Yeah, Hill with a great jump. Benjamin Heiding, another local boy here at Bark River in the race-driven 09 ride.
Oh, we got a pass for the lead. Blemke got to the inside of Eric Hill. And Jacob Blemke now takes over the race lead.
Boy, Blemke, he did it early. Now he's going in the back section. This is a flying right-hander. You have no idea what's on the other side of it. It just does not do justice from our point of view on camera, Shane. We went around this track multiple times, and it is crazy fast.
Yeah, ton of elevation, too. You talked about that right-hander past the crowd being kind of a blind corner. The camera angles do not do that justice. It's a steep climb and a hard right-hander. And look at Blemke just putting the power down and running away from Hill and everybody else.
Wow, is he ever. He is just flying off that Cooper Tires flyaway. There's Hill. Trying to reel him back in, but Blemke shot out of a cannon on that restart.
Yeah, it looks like Steinbrecher might be able to get a spot from Hill as well. And he does, so Hill getting shuffled back through the field a little bit. Now he's locked in a battle with the 09 and Ben Heiding.
Look at that drive. Ben gets off that cushion. Smart driving by Benjamin Heiding. Just finding that grip. Here comes Hill back, but Ben just pulls right back up into turn number 1. And like you talked about it earlier, the flow, you have to have a lot of flow here at Bark River, because if you don't get in that flow and in that groove, you screw up one turn, it can cost you 4 other ones.
Well, Heiding's on the move here. He's gotten around Steinbrecher now. That's a pass for second place. You know, we were talking a little bit to Ben Heiding last night after all the racing was done, and he was telling us he struggled a little bit with confidence this year, which is crazy because he's opened the season with 3 wins and then just fell on hard times, had some bad luck.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, it gets in your head. Yeah, for sure, and you said it correctly, and Ben is in that race-driven machine just trying to haul here at his hometown track. Speaking of another local kid,
Yeah, Heiding's teammate Bryce Carlson able to put the move on Eric Hill. So Eric Hill kind of shuffled back through the field a little bit.
Wow, that gets so tricky there with that dust. That tractor tire sitting right on entry of that hill jump.
There's your lead trio. Now Bryce Carlson going to work on Steinbrecher. Steinbrecher able to close the door as they go through the gravel pit.
Yeah, Carlson's definitely working them here, going back towards turn number 1. Wow, driving it down inside at the bottom there.
Yeah, Steinbrecher wasn't going to give up the inside just on the previous lap. He opened the door in that same spot for Heiding, and this time Steinbrecher says no way. But look at the outside run there by Carlson. Steinbrecher had to move over and play some physical defense that time.
Yeah, Steinbrecher, he knew how to close that gap there. He just shoved him outside a little bit. You do what you can. If you know you're not faster in certain sections, but you can maybe gap him here in the back, I don't know. Bryce is really hard on the loud pedal.
It's a drag race as they head into Cemetery Turn. Carlson to the outside of Steinbrecher. And Carlson's gonna seal that move, so Bryce Carlson now moves up into the 3rd spot.
What I was saying to finish my point, Shane, I was saying if you do good in one section of the track, you necessarily aren't gonna do good in the other, so you try to capitalize where you can be the strongest.
Yeah, you gotta play to your own strengths a little bit. Out in front of the crowd, meanwhile, looks like Tanner Eklund flipped over on his lid. There's a good look at Eklund in the number 10. Should be no problem to get that car back dirty side down and underway. Carlson just running away bit by bit there from Steinbrecher.
Boy, Blemke is out front, but Benjamin Heiding that last time by just ran the fastest lap of the race. Oh, Blemke goes up on the bicycle.
That's an opportunity for Heiding, and here comes Ben Heiding now to the outside of Yokohama Tires turn. They're gonna go side by side.
Oh, they have to check up. There's a local caution. Nobody wants to give an inch. They're like, we were side by side coming into that section, so it's a drag race back to the finish line jump.
And they're still side by side, past the line and past the crowd. Finally, Heiding able to move into the lead.
Wow, that was our halfway point. The mandatory competition caution, and Ben just got by in the nick of time.
Yeah, here's another look at the incident that led to that opportunity for Heiding. Lemke, you can see how hard he's running. Look at the size of those rocks getting kicked up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Watch, here he goes up, rides it out, sets it down, but it costed him.
Yeah, it cost him just enough speed, just enough time there. That gave Heiding the opportunity. Heiding beat Lemke to the line by 1/100th of a second.
Wow.
At least that's what our electronic timing says, but
well, we might not be right. We'll have to see.
Looks like Blemke decided for himself that he was in fact the leader, so we'll see if they make a change there. There you see Eklund getting some help getting off the racetrack. Well, at least for now, Blemke's going to stay out front for this restart.
Carlson and Heiding in the race-driven machines now are right on the back door of Blemke, and our scoring charts and our times don't lie. I mean, Benjamin Heiding, he's showing a lot of speed, and we talk about Ben having that confidence, and he's driving through the field again, and that's what's cool. He had some bad luck in Lena, had some issues. They got that all squared away, and talk about it time and time again. That confidence word will come up a lot, because I can tell you as a race car driver myself that if you think of one thing too much, you can talk yourself out of anything. You just got to stay positive and keep digging.
Being able to run up front, though, like he has both yesterday with that 3rd place finish and challenging, threatening for the lead here in round 10, that goes a long way to build your confidence back, too. Just kind of remind yourself that, okay, I can handle this. It's not too tall of a task.
Well, we're about to go back green flag racing here after the halfway point. A couple of cars jumping in the back.
Yeah, a little bit disjointed on that restart. You saw Pete's trying to force it 3 wide, but thought better of it before they got to turn 1.
Well, Heiding, he's thinking, man, I got to go back and do this again. He's going to have to put his head down and try to catch Blemke, and maybe Blemke, oh, tire falls off of Blemke.
Tough break for Jacob Blemke, trying to hunt down his first win of the season. That'll be it for the 08 here in round number 10. Look at the frustration there.
He sheared that tire right off, I believe it. I don't think the lug nuts came off. I think it's how you land off this jump. Take a look at this replay, Shane.
Yeah, you can side load it. Yeah, it's hard to say. It didn't look like he landed all that violently. Just something let go there. What a tough way to end his day.
Yeah, you never want to go back and see the lug nuts off the hub and know that it's your fault that you didn't tighten them.
Well, there's your new leader. Officially this time, Ben Heiding flying down the Cooper Tires flyaway, but he's got company. That's his teammate, Bryce Carlson.
It would be a picture-perfect day if these two can finish up on top of the box. I know Bryce isn't going to do nothing dirty. He's going to just sit there and follow Ben and hope Ben makes a little bobble. He's not going to make contact. They get along very, very well, and Brian, he really wants them to show what race-driven machines can really do out on the racetrack, and they're proving it today.
Meanwhile, it looks like Trent Peets has moved up into the 3rd spot. This is a great opportunity for Peets to possibly steal away the points lead from Lucas Houle. They were only separated by 5 coming into this race. There's a good look at Peets in the 05 Yamaha. Lucas Houle sitting back in 10th place unofficially right now, so that would hand the points lead to Peets if he can hold on for a podium spot.
Benjamin Heidi now opening up that gap in the back section, heading towards Cemetery Turn. Such a fast sweeper. Really have to carry your speed. You see the front end of Ben's car go down. He tapped the brake a little bit, get the car to rotate, plan it.
Yeah, that corner has a really late apex that kind of sneaks up on you when you're actually on the racetrack, and I remember that from driving a super stock truck here. It feels like you can flat-foot it all the way through, and all of a sudden, it's getting really tight on you, really sharp. So that's why you saw the nosedive there on Heiding's car. Like you said, just a quick tap on the brakes to set the car for the late apex.
Just flying over that tabletop. A new obstacle they put in this weekend, and all the drivers love it. They said it upsets the truck in a cool way and the cars. See if Bryce Carlson can start to hunt down his teammate once again.
Well, the next flag we see is going to be the white flag as our race clock is about to expire here for Sportsman side-by-side. Looks like Carlson was closing the gap a little bit.
Oh!
Whoa, in big trouble for Heiding. He's up on the berm and up and over.
Oh, Ben got caught up on that cushion, and it sucked him right into that berm.
White flag is going to fly here for your new leader, Bryce Carlson. Pete's now up into the 2nd spot.
Boy, Pete's, he's seen one go over. He's probably going to put the pressure on here on this last lap. Ben was just driving a great race. Tough break for the young kid.
So there's your race for the lead as Pete's trying to reel in our leader, Bryce Carlson. Steinbrecker's still sitting there in 3rd. Ben Berger up into the 4th spot.
Bryce Carlson now climbing the Cooper Tires flyaway jump. Pete's is not going away. He's definitely closing in, Shane.
I think this is what Pete's does so well, though, is run behind someone. He's so aggressive as a follower.
He really is. He's a great race car driver. They both are, but Pete's, it just seems like we keep talking about him time and time again. He's just showing so much speed, so much talent. He knows how to drive one of these cars. Look at him, widening it out, smart driving. You want to try to set it up for the end over here.
Well, they're going to have a local yellow flag here as they come through Yokohama Tires turn.
Oh, this is going to hurt him. Bryce Carlson looking like he's going to get the job done. He closed the gap on him.
Whoa, Pete's got into the back of Carlson.
He let him go back by.
Yeah, it looks like Carlson, that was a tip of the cap there to Pete, who ended up with a flat tire from that contact as well. Bryce Carlson takes the win here in round 10.
Wow.
Well, we're off and running. One race in the books and one race that came down to the final turn, Brent. It's going to be a fun day.
If you weren't awake, you're awake now. It was a great race to start the day, and Bryce Carlson, that race-driven Polaris, getting the job done as we look at our unofficial race results. Steinbrecher in third, Peets in second, and Carlson with your big win. We'll step aside here for a few moments. Don't go anywhere. A lot more racing yet to come here at Bark River. You're watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by the U.S. Air Force.
See your Ashley stores in Marquette and Escanaba for unbelievable deals on furniture, decor, mattresses, and more. Plus, take advantage of expert advice and design tips from our amazing associates. Shop in store or online. Ashley in Marquette and Escanaba.
Images start to tell a story, but only half at best. Because the real hunt's found in what goes unseen, unsaid, and only understood within your circle of the chosen. It's in your collective footnotes, your failures, your friendships, and that unwavering fascination with wings, water, woods, and weather. That's the fine print and where the real stories live. Because anyone can play this game, but not everyone will come to understand the game within the game. The conservation and habitat keep our traditions alive. The hunt alone has always been reason enough. A true boss man doesn't just do this for likes. We do this because it's love.
So they're going to have two experiences they can interact with. The first experience is flying an F-35 through a valley. It's the same simulation a pilot would use in our training. You fly through the valley, you go through the rings, and you shoot targets. The second simulation is going to be refueling a KC-135, 20,000 feet over the ocean. Planes are going to come up to your refueler, you drop the nose down, you refuel the jet, and they fly away. Those are two jobs that we hire for that you can do every day in the Air Force.
Yeah, no, I beat everybody. You know, on my team, they weren't even on the same level as me. But, I mean, I did set the record in this thing, you know, my first time. But they didn't even know that it was possible to get a score like mine. Pretty thrilling, really, you know. Yeah, I mean, even the simulator is hard enough to do, let alone, you know, fly a real fighter jet. And, you know, I definitely have, you know, the utmost respect for, you know, the men and women that, you know, are in our armed forces and Air Force.
Come down and try the Born to Fly Challenge at the U.S. Air Force booth. It's once in a lifetime experience.
Welcome back to Bark River International Off-Road Raceway. You're watching the Island Resort Casino Off-Road Rumble in the UP. You see Bryce Carlson, a hometown boy, getting the big win here in round 10 in AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. And boy, what a day it has been. We're going to go down trackside with our top three finishers. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, in the number 24 Yamaha, Joel Steinbrecher. And taking runner-up in the 05 from Oconto Falls, Wisconsin, Trent Peets. And taking the win in the race-driven Polaris from Gladstone, Michigan, the number 65, Bryce Carlson. Well, Shane, what a way to start the day. Just a bummer deal for a couple drivers rolling over, but man, what a show.
What a show indeed, Brent. We're going to come over and chat with our third place finisher, Joel Steinbrecher. Joel, there was a lot going on out there in that one, but it seemed like you just kept it steady and rolling around in that top three and brought it on the box. Got to be happy with it.
Yeah, just a consistent race for me. A lot of bad luck so far this year. Happy to put it up here and Can't thank my sponsors enough, friends and family, especially my wife out there. Process Control Automation, MRT Tires, Innovative Stainless, Northwoods LP, Ren Rejuvenation Bar, and anybody else I forgot. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joel Steinbrecher, third place today in Sportsman side-by-side. Moving on over, second place, Trent Peets. Trent, it seemed like all the chaos was going on in front of you. You were kind of deep in the field through the midway point, and talk about being able to navigate through it and get up onto the box.
Yeah, we were up in, I don't know, at least the top 6, and then when they called the red flag, I don't know, they named the order out, and like I'm back to 9th place. I'm like, I passed all these guys, but my brother said that doing a full restart, so we worked our way back up and finished good.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get here this weekend?
Ben and Amber, my mom, dad, brother, sister, Vanessa, everybody that helps me. McDermott Truck Sales, JTI Trucking, Boneyard Saloon, Boneyard Custom Coatings, BCS, Elf, Lemron Race Engines, Little Joe's Lawn Care.
Congratulations, Trent Peets, second place today in Sportsman side-by-side. And on top of the box, Bryce Carlson. Bryce, right before the race, you said it would mean a lot to you if you were able to pick up a win to your home track. You did it. How's it feel?
Man, it feels so good. It's definitely not the way I wanted. It really sucks that Ben just happened to go up on the bike there. It was really, really tacky today. But I mean, ever since Crandon last year, I've been chasing it, and I've always wanted it at my home track, and this is really, really cool. It felt so good when I was coming down here. I started to cry a little bit. It was so freaking awesome. So happy.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get this win today?
I want to thank Ray Sherman Power Sports. I want to thank Brian Hiding. I want to thank the Greaves. I want to thank Impact by MCS, Upwards Real Estate, Polaris Racing, Polaris Razor. My dad always working his butt off on my car. That's the only thing he does all the time, all of his spare time on my car. I want to thank my mom, my sisters, my girlfriend, all my friends out here, all the crowd that comes out to support, and everybody else.
Congratulations, Bryce Carlson, winner today in Sportsman side-by-side. Let's hear it one more time for the Sportsman side-by-side podium. Joel Steinbrecher in third, Trent Peets in second, and your hometown winner, Bryce Carlson.
Thanks, Nolan, and well-raced fans. We told you it means a lot when you win here at Bark River, and there's a class full of stock trucks trying to take their turn on the podium right after this. Stay with us here at AMSOIL Championship Off-Road.
Miles take their toll on a truck and trailer. That's why we brought together a family of companies to the transportation industry. Blaine Brothers for 24/7 truck, trailer, towing, and mobile service. North American Trailer for 24/7 truck, trailer, tank, towing, and mobile service, including new and used trailer sales. Truck-Align for frame, suspension, and alignment services. Hydraulic Specialty for a deep inventory of pumps, cylinders, and fittings, plus custom hydraulic solutions. One family of companies. Everything you need for the road ahead.
Welcome back once again to the beautiful Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're just west of Escanaba, Michigan, here for AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by the U.S. Air Force. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stensny, and Nolan Castellian and Haley Shanley later will be joining us, taking down the trackside winners and giving them their trophies, and we cannot wait to get truck racing, Shane.
Yeah, stock truck. This was, well, every race yesterday was good. We don't have to keep saying that, but this was a great race yesterday as well. Saw some good battles going on throughout the entire field. Looks like we've got all 17 out there on the racetrack. Kyle Ambrosiak starts on the pole. He'll be alongside Corey Holcher. That is your top two in points. Holcher with a 35-point lead over Ambrosiak. Row number 2 is Brian Piot and Troy Ringelstetter. Tyler Mullins and Kirk Graff will be in row number 3. Row number 4 is Jordan Fellens filling in for Nick Axelson. He'll be alongside Malachi Yackel. And it's Hunter Bunnell, Jason Gee, Kyle Jenshak, who had a career best 4th place finish yesterday. Hope Conrad, Travis Warling, TJ Ewert, Zach Wettesheimer, Stan Wood, and Kenny Wilson starts at the tail end.
Yeah, Kenny Wilson in the stock truck division. You normally see him in super stock truck, but we were talking before the weekend to give Kenny a little love. They redid Larry Mansky's truck back in the day, and they're out here. They said they put a bunch of brand new parts on it and refabbed the truck, so look for good things out of him at Bark River.
Yeah, that's a great truck, too. Larry Mansky Man, it's been over a decade since he was out there driving it, but he was fast.
Yeah, he always gave my brother and I troubles. If you wanted to win in stock truck, you had to get around Larry Mansky. We got to do it quite a few times, but a very, very competitive truck. And I'm excited to see Ambrosiak get another shot at this, because when he starts out front, he normally knows how to wheel, but when you have Corey Holger alongside of you, you better not make any kind of a mistake.
Right, this start here for Ambrosiak, so critical. You have to, if you're Ambrosiak, you have to beat Corey Holger to turn one. You cannot get caught sleeping on this start.
Yeah, and with his luck right now, it's in his favor. He's on the pole, he's on the inside, so you pace it to the green flag. So you got to do a little mind game. They don't like when you hold a little gap or hold each other up, but you got to think in your own head, okay, what do you think he's going to do? And it's not easy to do, but I can guarantee you that Kyle Ambrosiak's going to try something to maybe try to outsmart Corey, but that's not an easy thing to do. Yeah.
Well, the ChristianCarsOnline.com pace truck pulling off. Stock truck about to be turned loose here in round 10.
Here we go. Ambrosiak, he does what you said he needed to do. He jumped out front early.
You lead everybody down into turn one. Piot running way to the outside, trying to get past Holcher. There's not a lot of traction out there, and already Mullins caught in the middle, 3 wide.
3 wide. Oh, tough break for Piot.
Yeah, just not enough space down there. Piot got a little bit collected. He'll fall back to about 8th place. But up front, it's the 521 Kyle Ambrosiak from Rosholt, Wisconsin. Mullins, meanwhile, survived that contact, slipped into 3rd.
Wow, Ambrosiak, you can see the moisture that he just went by. They put some water down already.
Yeah, it's going to be just a little bit slick here for the opening laps. Stock truck.
See that little bobble by Ambrosiak there? That will cost you if you keep doing that. But it's slippery, you gotta give him credit. It's hard to drive through here. You gotta be easy on the throttle pedal. Oh man, the 509.
Malachi Yackel in some trouble down there in Cemetery Turn. Waiting for his chance to get spun back around, and here's the battle for the lead. Holcher now threatening the bedside of Kyle Ambrosiak.
We talk about these guys that have to set up their passes well beforehand, and that one bobble back in the cemetery, that's costing Ambrosiak. But look at him power away from him.
Yeah, through these corners, it seems like Ambrosiak is just a little bit tail happy, so I wonder if maybe they have a tire choice that's a little bit better for the second half, because it looks like he's a little squirrely right now.
Yeah, these guys, they can groove their tires. They don't have bead locks on these wheels, so they really have to take care of their equipment, because if you shear off one of those tires, you're not going anywhere. As Ambrosiak, I love watching him go through that section. He really gets on the gas to try to gain as much as he can.
Well, he's got the speed right now to stay out front and actually pull away a little bit from Corey Holcher.
And I remember what you said earlier in this race, that Holger, maybe the tires, you know, coming in later in the race, that's a tire situation, because he does seem kind of squirrely.
Well, Holcher, it seems like on the long straightaways, the more wide open parts of the track, that's where Holcher gains that ground back. Like you said, Ambrosiak, just so much bite coming out of these tighter corners. Seems like they're really evenly matched. We still got a long way to go in this one, over 6 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, here comes Corey Holger now. Oh, he pushes through that cushion. You can see where the changing colors of the dirt. That's where the line is when it's a lighter color dirt, as we'll see a lot of rocks getting tore up there. This is where Ambrosiak in round 9 really pushed wide. I didn't want to say it too soon, but every time he overshoots that jump, bounces a little bit, and then it costs him in the back section. You see, this is where Holger gains on him right here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it a little bit more cleaned up today, though, does Ambrosiak, through that turn 1 section, the whole horseshoe there. right here for the next couple corners, it seems like Ambrosiak definitely has Holcher's number. See him stretch that lead out a little bit as they come past the finish line once again. Yeah, and Kyle Ambrosiak just about a 1/10 of a second quicker than Holcher that last time, so very evenly matched. There's the battle for third between Ringelstetter and Mullins.
There's Piot going through our screen. He had a great start. He had a good run on the outside, just collected with another truck. And that hurt him in the beginning parts of this race. 5 minutes to go in this one as Mullins trying to make up ground, but here comes Holger once again. Ambrosiak still holding that gap.
It's really fun and fascinating to watch Corey Holcher work because we know that he can be as aggressive as anybody in the whole class, but he always picks the right time to be aggressive. He's so patient. He is totally happy right now to just follow Ambrosiak around because he knows he's going to get an opportunity, and he's so good at recognizing that opportunity.
I know it's so hard to be in a truck and be like, okay, be patient, Shane. You're like, I got to drive this thing as hard as I can. And the last 2 times, Ambrosiak went way too wide there. And Kyle's a great race car driver. I talked to him quite a bit. He's helped me out in my mod car when we go to Tomahawk, Wisconsin. And he's just a great individual. He's got a lot of family history behind him, and he just got to calm down. I told him, you got a lot of horsepower. You got a great truck. You just got to take a deep breath and hit your marks.
Well, we have reached halfway here in stock truck, and Ambrosiak is going to hold on to the lead. Holcher across the line in second. And it's going to be Mullins across the line in third. Ringelstetter with a flat tire. That's going to send him backward through the field. Look at Ringelstetter, that right rear tire.
Yeah, I was wondering why he looped around. He wasn't on our camera when it happened, but there's Ringelstetter. I love that old school body look. Back up to the front, and that truck is for sale. I mean, he wants to get rid of it, and I don't know anyone that wouldn't want that truck.
Both those trucks for sale in the top 2. Ambrosiak put a post on social media saying after Crandon that his number 521 would be for sale. There's the 565 Jason Gee showing a lot of smoke.
Boy, some of these panels all tore up. Look at that right rear. And I told you there's no bead-locks on these tires, so normally that probably would have held up in super stock truck just from leaning, jumping off that tabletop up by the starting line. You're seeing they're bouncing. I don't care. You only have 12 inches of travel, 14 in. I don't even think you have 14. I think it's like 10 and 10 on these trucks, and they're only limited suspension. So you have a 2.0 shock, 2 of them per wheel, and they overheat late in the race. So this is good for them. They let it cool down a little bit.
They overheat early in the race, I think.
Yeah.
In some cases, you see just how much they bounce. It's tough, and you've talked about this before. Some of the other rules are so restrictive, you know, stock ball joints, that you really have to take care of, because otherwise you'll just blow through a whole bin of ball joints throughout the course of a season. You see Ringelstetter into the hot pit. Well, we saw CJ Greaves with a wicked fast tire change yesterday in Pro 4. We'll see if Ringelstetter's guys are up to the task down there, trying to keep him on the lead lap.
Well, he's going to be in pit lane. We're going to go back green flag racing. There we go. And Ambrosiak pulling away there. Like I said, if he just takes a deep breath, he should be all right. Piot now in the top 4.
Mullins, meanwhile, took a peek to the inside of Holcher. Nothing doing there. And it looks like that top 2 is just going to stretch out over everybody else once again. Yeah, those mistakes that you talked about Ambrosiak making yesterday, he's definitely cleaned all that up today. Holcher, we talked about him waiting for his opportunity. He still really hasn't had a good chance to get past Ambrosiak.
No, and you said he waits for that right time, but it's not the right time for Corey Holger right now. He's trying to pick apart Kyle Ambrosiak, and Kyle's just been fast enough and driving well enough to stay out front. And Bark River, it's hard to do, because you make one little mistake, especially climbing this hill, it can cost you. As here comes Holger now as he gains a little ground.
See if Holger can put that run to good use. Headed for the right-hand sweeper at the bottom of the hill. Look at that, they're almost bumper to bumper as they go over the tabletop. Well, maybe Holger's gonna try to force the issue here with only 90 seconds left on the race clock. There goes Ambrosiak again, just accelerating away from Holger.
Yeah, he really does, and he might be able to hear us over the PAs because he's starting to clean up that turn. Going into turn number 1 off that tabletop. He's doing a great job. It's cool to see. Like I said, his grandpa Stan Ambrosiak, if you've been around this sport, I remember as a kid, you remember Stan, that's his grandpa, building these engines still for his trucks. So, a lot of history here.
2 laps to go this time for Ambrosiak. Holger still keeping him honest as they go past the crowd. I'm just wondering, just waiting for Corey Holger to turn up that aggression like we talked about.
Look at the difference in the no dirt on the front of Ambrosiak. Look at all the mud and the sand, that clay here at Bark River. You see, they're still going through some water spots there. Just all packed up into Holger's truck as they crest that Cooper Tires flyaway jump once again, and the time clock is starting to run out, Shane.
1.5 laps to go, and Holger's going to take a look to the inside of Ambrosiak. He got to his bedside, but didn't have the momentum, so he'll fall back in line again.
Yeah, his spotter's probably telling him, hey, buddy, you got about 1.5 laps to go. The clock's at 0. You better start making your moves.
Ambrosiak, he pushed a little bit wide there. That's the mistake we saw yesterday. Can Holger force the issue? He's trying to get to the bottom, and Ambrosiak went wide again. That's going to let Holger get a run, and they're going to go side by side.
Yeah, and Holger knows that Kyle's going to try to block the top. He's going to try to go down to the bottom right here and push out Ambrosiak.
Well, Ambrosiak had great timing there on that little slide move. He's able to just suck all the momentum away from Holger. White flag is going to fly, and it's still Ambrosiak. And don't count out Tyler Mullins, who's creeping up on our 2 leaders.
Yeah, he definitely is. You see him flying off that right hander going in the back section. There is Corey Holger, about the same gap 1 lap ago, but this is where Corey gets really, really good.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be a bonsai move at some point. Time running out. Let's see if Ambrosiak can keep the clean lines we saw earlier in the race. This has been this last couple laps where the mistakes have started to bubble up a little bit.
Here comes Corey Holger, winding out that turn. Gonna try to set up Ambrosiak. He's gonna try to dive bomb that inside.
No, he just ran out of room. Ambrosiak able to slam the door again. A couple more corners left for him.
Mullins looked like he was out of the race groove on exit there, so his chance to win this race looks to be over, but it's not over yet. Ambrosiak has to put his thinking cap on. You got to protect that bottom, but don't overprotect it here, because here comes Holger to the inside.
Little bit of push by Ambrosiak in turn 1. He's able to get on the loud pedal and slam the door again. Can Holger put together a run in the final turn?
He's gonna have one more shot at this. If Kyle can stay to that bottom, this where he's really, really quick. Oh, he gets a little squirrely, Shane, and opens the door.
Fender to fender at the line, but Ambrosiak holds on for the win. That's career win number 2. Corey Holger across the line 2nd. Mullins lands on the podium in 3rd.
Right up until the end. Once again, we've seen, what, 8 races yesterday, if not 9, that were right at that finish line. So kudos to the Bark River Race Facility and the racetrack, the Lions Club, for keeping this a really racy track all weekend.
That's a big win for Ambrosiak. That was him against Corey Holger, the defending champ, 1-on-1. And he came out on top, fair and square, evenly matched trucks. Great day for Ambrosiak. Holger and Mullins joining him on the podium. Piot and Yackel will round out the top 5, and we'll step out for just a few moments and talk to the top 3 when we get back. Stay with us here at AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by the U.S. Air Force.
What's up, guys? I'm Dave Mason Jr., professional off-road racer. If you want to win your own tricked out Honda Talon 1000R, head to ebaymotorsgiveaway.com and sign up today for your chance to win. This giveaway vehicle was built by Jamie at Raceco, and it is totally ready to rip. So make sure you head to ebaymotorsgiveaway.com and sign up today.
VP Racing Fuels is proud to be a major supplier of fuels and coolants for the Championship Off-Road Series. VP makes the perfect fuel for every application, from Pro 4 trophy trucks, UTVs, and even tow vehicles and generators. Keep your engine running at peak performance and make more power. Try our new VP coolants to keep your off-road rig running cool. Available in Stay Frosty Race Ready formula, which is glycol-free and track approved. And Stay Frosty High Performance with freeze protection for street applications and colder temperatures. Visit vpracingfuels.com for more.
You ever been out here? Where a sunrise is not only seen, but also felt. Where wrong turns always feel right. Out here, things can get a bit rocky, and even messy. That's why we've created a performance machine built to rise to any occasion. So meet us out here in the all-new Razor XP.
Man, it's the best out here.
It's your Uncle Cooper. If you and your truck are constantly tackling the regular duties of the day, go with a tire that can handle them all. Oh, man. I stepped in it. Go with the Coopers.
Welcome back to the Island Resort and Casino Off-Road Rumble in the UP. There you see Kyle Ambrosiak climbing out of his truck, victorious here in round 10 in the stock truck division. Well, let's meet the top three from that one. Finishing third today from Brookfield, Wisconsin, Tyler Mullins. In second from Oconto Falls, Wisconsin, Corey Holger. And your round 10 winner, his second win on the season from Rosholt, Wisconsin, Kyle Ambrosiak. And Nolan, yet again, Bark River delivers. It came down to the final corner again.
It certainly did, Shane. This place is good for those late battles like that. We're going to chat with third place finisher Tyler Mullins. Tyler, yesterday was a rough one for you. I'm sure it was a lot of work trying to get this thing back together for today. Got to be pumped to be on the box after all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yesterday was a little unfortunate. Luckily we didn't have a ton to do to get the truck back and ready. It was pretty easy rollover. After a day like yesterday, it's just great to be back up here. We've had a phenomenal season so far. I want to keep carrying that into Grandin.
Who would you like to thank today?
I got to thank my wife and my son, my entire family, my grandparents for being out here. My race partner, Ron Cosizo, who you'll see later out here on Superstock. A-Plus Roofing, Wabam, GLP Construction and Demolition, and I'm sure there's a ton more. Thanks.
Congratulations, Tyler Mullins, third place today in stock truck. Moving on over, second place, Corey Holcher. Corey, yesterday you mentioned Kyle was pushing wide in a couple corners. That's where you were able to sneak by, and it looked like today he was keeping those bottoms pretty tucked down, not giving you much room to maneuver.
No, he definitely figured out where we were faster yesterday, and he was driving smart, and he was driving really good lines, and that was a well-deserved win by him because there was nothing we could do to catch him.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get here this weekend?
Ben and Amber, let me use their place, BCS, JTI Trucking, German Truck Sales, McGuire Sports Bar, Machine Service, the Peets family, the Vorpal family, my dad, the Clausen family. There's a bunch of people. BK Customs, I'm forgetting a bunch, I believe, but thanks to everyone.
Congratulations. Corey Holcher, second place today. And on top of the box, Kyle Ambrosiak. Kyle, you were, like Corey said, running smart lines and being super protective out there. How much pressure is it, though, when you know you got someone like Corey that fast right behind you, nipping at your heels?
It was a lot of pressure. We rewatched some of the video from yesterday's race and figured out the spots where I need to make myself a little faster and not get them around me.
The second win of the season for you, first one since Crandon. You seem pretty excited after that one. How much does it mean to you?
Yeah, first win, we didn't get to go up to the podium, but this one we did. So I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Zillish Asphalt, ICS Construction, J&J Potatoes, Hilltop Auto Wrecking, Hurricane Race Engines for getting this motor to pull them hole shots, Stan's High Performance for building one heck of a transmission, God's Country Farm, Tiki Beach, Norland Incorporated, Andy Shock Service, and VP Race Fuel.
Congratulations, Kyle Ambrosiak, winner today in stock truck. Let's hear it one more time for the stock truck podium. Tyler Mullins in third, Corey Holcher in second, and your winner, Kyle Ambrosiak.
Thanks, Nolan. And like we said, man, that was another instant classic in that one. And we had some of those yesterday as well. Yesterday during Pro 2, that was one of the wildest races, a tremendous finish to that one. And we got some great coverage from our drone pilot, Jordan Gomez. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from that Pro 2 race.
AMSOIL runs on freedom and has since 1972. We changed the industry by formulating the first API-qualified 100% synthetic motor oil. The rest of the market has been trying to follow our lead ever since. But a head start is a head start. We punish our products firsthand in our world-class laboratories and beyond. Because some things can't be learned from a test tube. Run with us.
Welcome back to Bark River International Off-Road Raceway. You're watching the Island Resort Casino Off-Road Rumble in the UP. Welcome back to Bark River, Michigan. Once again, the second race of the day is on the track. 1600 light buggy. There is a lot of cars. 24 cars in the field here this morning. And man, what a beautiful day. We had capacity crowds under sunny skies in round 9, and I can guarantee you, it's Sunday here in Bark River. There's going to be a lot of people on the hill.
What a treat they have in store for them when they get here, Brent. We got a treat in store for us right now. Light buggy on the track next. Taylor Dawson has finally made it into the points inversion, and he will start on the pole. This is a big opportunity for Dawson, still looking for his first podium here in light buggy. He'll be alongside Kyle Patnod. Row number 2 is Dylan Roloff and Greg Stingle. Vincent Yeager and Taylor Roloff will be in the third row. Row number 4 is Jake Schillman and Evan Hockers, yesterday's winner. That first career win out of the way now for Hockers. Row number 5 is the twins, Connor and Colin Schultz. Those two tangled with one another yesterday and had to have a family meeting about it afterwards. Row number 6 is Joe Jorgensen and Tyler Hoffman. Then it's Allison Wadasiga, Jeff Wolf, Andy Jensen, Eugene Renke Jr., Joseph North, Adam Heikala, Lucas Holliday, Max Peterson starts 20th, then Brady Stetsny, Tiffany Narrison, Ryan Joss, and Josh Sokovitz.
Wow, there's always so many cars in this field. The ChristianCarsOnline.com pace truck of Richie Kuloff, been doing it a long, long time, and He's going to lead us around to this green flag, and it's crazy. It's already round 10.
Season's just flying by, man. It's like some smoke puffing out of the back of the 174 at Patnod already. Not a great sight when you haven't taken the green flag yet, but we're about to see it.
Well, they're bumper to bumper. They're ready to rock and roll here in Bark River. Somebody already got on a line. It looked like Stingle.
Yeah, he was stepping out just a little early there. What a great start also by Dylan Roloff. Follows Taylor Dawson through the door and out to the front of the field, but Roloff went wide. So Patnod able to slide back into second. But at least for now, it'll be Taylor Dawson leading the way.
Nice start for Dawson. What a gap here coming by what will be our finish line going by the county road. Oh, Stingle getting a little crossed up.
Yeah, Stingle is going to go side by side here with Dylan Roloff. They're all kind of bottled up right there behind Patnod. See Taylor Roloff there as well as Connor Schultz.
Wow, they're 3 wide again. Look at this.
Man, Connor Schultz just forcing the issue, making it 3 wide into cemetery turn.
There's just not enough room.
That's a big boy move there by Connor Schultz.
Well, Greg Stingle now picking up another spot here early, heading towards the Cooper Tire flyaway jump.
Yeah, Stingle now starting to put the pressure on Taylor Dawson. This is only Taylor's second season driving that car, so not nearly the seat time that Greg Stingle has, as you saw some contact there between Connor Schultz and the 174 Patnod.
Yeah, that was just a little tap to get him out of the race line. Made it work. Those boys, those twins, they know how to drive these cars, and they know that what they can get away with and be clean drivers.
Well, let's watch Stingle go to work now. He's been staring at Taylor Dawson's rear number plate for about half a lap now, but here comes Connor Schultz now putting the pressure on Stingle.
Yeah, Schultz is trying to double that section by the county road. Here comes Stingle one more time. Trying to hunt down our race leader of Dawson. Here comes Hawkers again. What a run he had in round 9.
Yeah, I think Evan Hawkers is the real deal in light buggy, man. Seeing how quickly he's improved from last year, getting his first podium here at Bark River yesterday, gets his first career win.
Yeah, he's definitely opened up my eyes. I really never seen continuous races put together, and then all of a sudden he was just right there, and he's doing a great job. Look at this train coming up the hill.
Yeah, Dawson is about to have his hands full, and doubly so because here comes Connor Schultz. Connor trying to move Stingle off the race line. He might have gotten the job done.
And look who's also coming up to the back of these 3 cars is Taylor Roloff.
Yeah, Taylor not going away either right now. They're nose to tail through the gravel pit in the top 4. But Dawson right now hasn't really made a big enough mistake. We'll see how aggressive Connor Schultz wants to be.
Yeah, Connor rotates it in a little bit earlier.
Whoa, Dawson over-rotated.
They both did. Schultz over-rotated as well because he had to get on the brakes so he didn't take out Dawson.
Well, let's see if Dawson can try to get that spot back. He'll be side by side with Stingle right behind Connor Schultz.
Wow, how cool is this here at Bark River? They are neck and neck.
Hey, that lead pack of 4 just became a lead pack of 5, by the way. The 177 of Colin Schultz now in the party.
Wow, all of a sudden you have both the twins right in the top 5 early. About 5 minutes to go as they head towards cemetery turn.
Oh man,
they're pushing them through.
They're just freight training their way past Dawson right now. Lost 3 spots on entry into cemetery turn.
Now they file back in line, Shane, heading towards the Cooper Tires flyaway. There's Schultz, Stingle, Roloff. Schultz, we'll see what we can get done if you're the Schultz twins.
4 Mike Vandenheuvel built cars in the top 4 right now, by the way, Brent. in case anybody's keeping score at home.
Yeah, it's amazing how well those cars worked. It's like having a bunch of little Mikeys running around because they are phenomenal race car drivers as well as Mikey was back in the day.
There's another good look at Taylor Dawson, who led those opening laps, still sitting in that 5th spot. But you can learn a lot as you work your way up, especially through these big buggy classes. You work your way up towards the front a little bit. You start racing against better quality racers. When you're always starting in the back as a rookie or as a new driver, you're not racing against as much talent, but the better drivers you race against and swap positions with, the better you become as a result. I think that's what we're seeing with Dawson here this weekend.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better than that, Shane. It's honest to God the truth, because you got to put everything together in this series as we're coming to the halfway point of this race. Once again, we get to reset this field. Wow, it's got my blood pumping already in this AM morning of this race, because first 2 races were phenomenal. I can't imagine the end.
This feels like there's a lot yet to be decided here. We're going to see a few different position changes in this top 5 group still. You see Connor Schultz trying to bounce back after, you remember, he was parked under the chain link fence going up the Cooper Tires flyaway yesterday. Like I said, there was a little bit of drama back in the pit. I was talking to Corey Rayford, who helps out the RNS Motorsports team and spots for Chad Rayford. He said, yeah, we had to have a little meeting about it, but the twins worked it out, so.
That's all? They didn't say any more in depth.
Some words you can't repeat over the airwaves.
Well, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, granted, I've grown up with my twin and raced with him a long, long time, and I think my dad wouldn't be too happy, too, if we took each other out. But, hey, it happens. They both want to win. You love your twin to death, but why would you want him to win, right? You're out there to be a competitor, as the ChristianCarsOnline.com Pace Truck is bringing him around for this restart. Boy, Stingle, good to see him back up in the top 3. He's always got something up his sleeve.
I'm going to keep my eye a little bit more on Taylor Dawson on this restart, too. I mean, he led a few laps in front of the fastest guys in the class. Let's see how he regroups after getting beat up a little bit towards the end of that first half run, as you see Stingle immediately out of line.
Yeah, he did it twice in a row. Oh, wow. Taylor Roloff goes into the back of Stingle. He got a little help, I think.
Yeah, he got tangled up with his own teammate, Colin Schultz. So, once again, the RNS Motorsports team just can't get out of each other's way. That moves Dawson back up into a podium spot. Look who's right behind him, another driver with no podium finishes yet. Dylan Roloff up into 4th.
Wow, take another look.
Oh, Hawkers got collected too.
There was nowhere to go. You just get bombarded down in the bottom, and that's how it happens.
Oh, they're 3 and 4 wide going past us at the finish line here. As we look back up front, big opportunities for those 2 drivers in 3rd and 4th, each of them looking for their first light buggy podium. Of course, we have seen Dylan Roloff up on the box back in his 570 side-by-side days.
Wow, that fresh air is phenomenal here in Bark River, because Schultz, he's just leading the way around. There he is, Connor Schultz. They just are so great behind the wheel. We seem like we talk about them a lot, but they deserve it. Oh man, a big slam fest here, shearing the right rear off.
And that'll end it there for Dylan Roloff. What a tough break for him. So close to possibly locking up that first champ off-road podium here in light buggy. Now he gets to park and watch everybody else race on by. That was pretty heavy contact there from Shillman. It was an aggressive move.
Yeah, I would say it was very aggressive. When you can shear the tire off, you definitely didn't just give him a little bump. As you can see, the hole starting to develop.
Shillman's going to pay a price for it too, because he has a flat left rear tire, so he's currently in 4th. As he heads for the County Road corner, there's a look at Shillman's tire, and you saw a glimpse of it there. So another lap is in the books for Connor Schultz.
Yeah, Connor's also running the fastest lap on the track that last time by in Stingle. Wonder if he has any gas in the tank for himself. I mean, he's been around a long, long time, and you can never count him out. We'll say it over and over.
Well, that'll be 2 laps to go, that previous time by the finish line. So if Stingle wants to move, he's got to move right now. He's got to get all 53 horsepower in that car to the ground. You see a wheel foam, looks like, got kicked up on the racetrack. Just one of those foam inserts to keep mud from packing in your wheels.
Well, Stingle looks like he gained about a half a car coming down that hill. He made a little bobble there, so that lost that little half a car he gained, so he'll have to go back to work. As that time clock, you look in the left-hand side of your screen, it's going away.
And just the tiniest mistake like that in light buggy can absolutely kill your chances. And I'm afraid that's what we might have just seen there with Greg Stingle. We'll see if he can regroup and try to close the gap. Yeah, I mean, that interval just about doubled just on that tiny little bobble by Stingle.
Yeah, you talk about the 53 horsepower, Shane. It's hard. It's not like a Pro 2 where you can make a little mistake and capitalize on it the next lap. Look at that gap now, like you said.
Yeah, Stingle's got to find something, and he's got to find it soon. White flag will be out here for Connor Schultz from Neenah, Wisconsin.
One more lap around in round 10. These boys have been so strong the past 4 or 5 years. Man, such a fast section. So fun, and you said perfectly earlier, it's so deceiving and it narrows down. Go drive your golf cart around it after the race weekend and just look at it. There's not a lot of room, so you got to give these drivers credit. They really have to think here, and that's what I love about this track.
Yeah, especially in this class, light buggy, when it's all about momentum and all about driving the absolute precise, perfect line.
Yeah, and you've driven a light buggy. You know, like, when you're climbing a hill, how it bogs down. You got to hit your shift points. Imagine coming up the Cooper Tires Flyaway. It might look on screen like they're getting a good run. In those cars, they got to make sure they hit it perfectly.
Well, Schultz is going to fly off the drop-off jump down through the Impulse Media chicane into turn 1 for the final time. There's the slowed car of Evan Hawkers.
Tough break for Evan Hawkers.
Yeah, yesterday's winner not having a great day today. Connor Schultz is just one corner away from staring down the checkered flag. He is going to get the job done here in round 10. Nice bounce back after finishing a lap down yesterday. Greg Stingle is going to cross the line in second. And bringing home his first podium in light buggy, Taylor Dawson crosses the line in third. Another good points day for the defending champ and points leader Colin Schultz, who will finish fourth. And Joe Jorgensen will finish in the top 5 here at Bark River. But what a comeback, as I said, for that kid, the 129 Connor Schultz. Got tangled up with his twin brother yesterday. Ended up parked under a chain link fence. Did some damage to the car. They were working on it last night. Able to make it back out and weave his way through this entire field up towards the front. Well, we'll take a short break here from Bark River.